From South Carolina is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Hey, guys, I have a great idea. 2016, we raised $51 million. That's really good. But I think we can do better, right? I think we can do just a little bit better if we just invest in the same thing that we're perpetuating, if we perpetuate the same thing that we're fighting against. So let's take, Mr. O'Neill, $3 million. Does that sound about right? If we take that little bit of money and send it to informants in white nationalist groups, I think we can I think we can double our money. Does that sound like a good business model?
I have a deal for you. I think it's only 270 to that particular Charlottesville informant.
Right. So let's. I think that's a good investment, don't you? I think if a year from now,
$270,000, and then
a year from now in 2017, I think we'll see the fruits of our labor. Is that kind of what happened?
according to the indictment, and I do need to preface according to the indictment because I haven't seen the underlying evidence, and of course this will work out in court. But according to the indictment, that's exactly what happened.
So we take this organization, the Southern Poverty Law Center, that has had, I'd say, tremendous success decades ago in eliminating racism in our country, in fixing laws, and seeing really a societal change in the way that we approach race and the way that we deal with race. And they were doing pretty good in 2016, and even before. But isn't that just crazy? I mean, Ms. Hageman talked about this a second ago, but we're perpetuating the problem and funding the problem that we're eliminating, right? I mean, this is a division for dollars racket. Is that a fair characterization, at least according to the indictment?
Well, and that's why I wrote this book in 2020, years before the indictment, because I saw it when they put good people like Tony Perkins' organization, Family Research Council, on the hate map. I've been screaming from the rooftops about this for years. So when the indictment comes out, I say, yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. And I want to set a few, if you don't mind, I want to set a few things straight. The Southern Poverty Law Center wasn't founded until 1971. A lot of people in this room have been saying that it's a civil rights organization started in the middle of the civil rights movement. It was started toward the end of it. They were almost ambulance chasing. I mean, and forgive me on this, but when they sued the Klan, their own lawyers said that suing the Klan was like shooting fish in a barrel. And their own lawyers quit because they said Morris Dees was so focused on suing the Klan to make money by going to donors because he knew donors cared about this, that they were drifting away from their original mission, which, by the way, wasn't fighting white supremacy, but was representing poor people in the South with legal representation, which is a noble mission, and I pray to God that they turn every effort that they have demonizing conservatives toward that effort, because that effort is noble. And by the way, groups on the hate map, good conservative groups that provide legal representation to people who can't afford it, are demonized by the SPLC for doing exactly what the SPLC was founded to do.
Mr. Perkins, real quick, if the SPLC puts on their hate map a neo-Nazi group, that's kind of their mission, right? There's no objection to that, probably not. The transparency, I think, actually helps to eliminate groups like that. Would you agree?
Yes.
So you're on the same list as a neo-Nazi group, and that's not really a fair characterization, is it?
No. They need
Moms for Liberty, too. I mean, their only crime, I think, is being involved in their child's education, right?
Right, being moms.
Being moms.
Yeah. So what they
That's
need...
apparently a white supremacist thing, right? Like, I don't understand this logic, but we are taking an entity and using an idea that we're going to go grow our influence. In the Biden administration, in government, they're going to meet with us on a quarterly basis, and we're going to go after people. It became, I think, and maybe this is fair to characterize, but the SPLC went from maybe an altruistic entity at its inception, on a good day, to really a racket of let's go grow our influence, let's balloon our fundraising. I mean, what's their foundation right now? $700 million? Is it fair to characterize the mission creep of the SPLC in that way, sir?
Congressman Fry, it's more insidious than that. They needed the the white supremacist groups so that they could marginalize and demonize moms and groups that adhere to biblical teaching. They needed those groups. That's why they're propping them up. This was not about money. This was about, Charlottesville was about coalescing corporations behind their initiative to marginalize and demonize conservatives so the left could march forward. It's much more insidious than what, this is like Al Capone. Does anybody believe that it was just tax evasion? Come on, he was a criminal. He killed, he murdered.
And you use that to justify your existence. Matt, that, Mr. Chairman, I yield back.